Welcome to the Platinum Chefs. My name is Chef Dave. What we're going to be doing today is something entirely different than what you're used to. We're going to be hard boiling eggs without any water. People go, whoa, how can you do that with no water? Well, you really cook eggs not with water, but you cook eggs with heat. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So the way you do it is you take a paper towel, fold it in half, and then fold it in quarters. Now I'm just going to pour some water on the paper towel right here in this plate and get the towel wet, and then I'm going to squeeze the water out of it. Now if you use kind of a cheap paper towel, it's going to be hard to straighten it back up, but then you lay it in the vessel that you're going to be cooking your eggs in. Now today I've chosen to cook a dozen eggs in the 1.8 quart. Now you could probably get about 18 eggs in that pan, but I'm only going to be putting a dozen in it. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and lay the eggs in there. No special way, just lay them in there. You can stack the eggs. You want to make sure the vessel is as full as you can get. I could probably get about 18 in here, but I'm only going to be doing a dozen. So there you have it. The eggs are in there. They're sitting on the paper towel. Now this is the point where everything changes. We're not going to add the water. We're just going to put the lid on. We're going to turn the temperature on to medium heat, and we're going to let the thermal temperature knob get up to about 80 Celsius on the reading of the temp alert knob. And then we will reduce the heat to 1, and when we reduce it, we'll let it cook for about 12 to 15 minutes, and the eggs will be done perfect. Hard-boiled eggs, we're doing it in a 1.8 quart. We're bringing the temperature up to 80 Celsius. We're reducing the heat to low, or 1, and then we're going to cook for 15 minutes. So I'll see you back here. Okay, as you can see, the temperature has increased to 80. So we'll go ahead now and we will turn it to 1. Reduce the heat to 1 or low on your stove. And then we'll go ahead and let that cook for 12 to 15 minutes. So we'll put the timer on. We'll go 13. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, the timer has gone off, so let's go ahead and take a look at the eggs. Now, one thing before I lift it, what's very interesting with Platinum Cookware, you don't get that hard-boiled sulfur smell that you get when you're hard-boiling eggs. It actually creates a semi-vacuum seal, and so that sulfur smell does not escape the pan, so it will not smell up your home. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the lid off. Okay, perfect. See how the water cradles, stays in the lid right there? So what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to it. Now don't worry about the paper towel, it's not going to hurt it. But what we want to do is just kind of cool down the eggs, let them sit in some cool water. And another thing with Platinum, you don't get that green sulfur ring around the yolk. And the eggs are going to taste a whole lot better. Okay, the egg is cooled off, so let's go ahead and take one. And what we'll do is we'll just use a knife and we'll cut through it, hopefully not injuring the cameraman. Now the reason I did it for 13 minutes was to show you that with your yolk, you can have a soft cooked yolk, about 12 to 13 minutes, or you can have a hard cooked yolk, about 15 to 17 minutes. So this is about in between. Now if you notice, right around here, and I'll use the knife to point, that there's no green sulfur ring. So that's what happens when you cook in Platinum. You don't get that sulfur smell. Even with the egg cut open like this, you still don't smell the sulfur. That's how you cook hard cook eggs in Platinum Cookware with no water. Do you smell that? No, you don't, because there's no sulfur smell. That's the cool thing about Platinum Cookware. You don't get that sulfur smell. So if you have any questions about our cookware, give us a call, 801-679-4227, or check out our website, platinumathome.com. That's platinumathome.com. So until later, this is Chef Dave. Bon appetit.